and he's learned how to change people's lives. So argumentative, you have to put him in there as one of the top coaches of all time. This is a strange name you may hear because he's been off the scene for a while, but there's no way I couldn't give this guy kudos and the respect that he deserves, and that's Lauren Jackson. Lauren Jackson will always be one of the best coaches that ever coached in a public league. His style is different. He's different. But as far as coaching, is hands down, he can prepare a person. He understands the game, and he produces. He's producing some top players in the country. It's just hands down. And I've seen him personally time in, time out, work and do his skills work and do his development of these kids, and these kids buy in. He was a father figure to many. Last but not least is myself.
My man.
I think I'm approaching this class of coaches that I spoke of. I've changed lives from the lower level. Now as a head coach, I'm changing lives. I'm developing from there. I have over 60 guys that I've either coached, developed, playing NC Division One. And that's huge because when they came into high school, a lot of them didn't dream or believe that they would be in a situation that they would even be playing on that level. I often talk about some of the kids previously playing right now, and everybody thinks that Jabari Parker was my greatest player that I ever coached, but truly he's not. My greatest player is a player that had more challenges. That went through more, whose families had more hardship. Those are the ones that I'm compassionate. So being involved and just doing that type of work off the court, behind the scenes, without the X's and O's, I think that, I'm one of the best coaches. I believe that, being able to show this year, beating some of these guys that I'm speaking on is going to be huge. I beat Thorpe. I have to beat Rob now. I got to beat Slaughter. I beat a lot of them on lower level now. One of the top conferences in the country. Now it's up for me to show that I can be one of the top coaches in the country, especially in the state of Illinois. I respect, the committees who voted me for Public League Coach of the Year.
Congratulations.
And also, thank you. And for the state, also Coach of the Year. So now I want to live up to that. And, I challenge myself to go out and not only produce good quality kids with character, but be able to say, hey, I'm not that shabby on the X and O and the winning side either.
Man, that's a hell of a list. Now, to close out, let's go players.
Top player currently right now?
No. The players, give me the top 9 players that you either seen or coached, the guys that stick out the most for you.
That's pretty easy too, because I've coached some heck of a players. That's pretty easy. I think number 1 on my list has to be John Taylor, North Lawndale.
Okay.
That kid is amazing. That kid is amazing in character. He's amazing as a father. Just his pursuit to play professional basketball is just it goes without speaking of how hard he's worked and just changing his life in order to get in there. My number 2 is again in North Lawndale, Jonathan Mills. Rest in peace. Jonathan Mills is one of the best I've ever seen in the business. Toughness, mean, rebound. Nobody outworked him. Just any program I ever been in, I've never seen anybody practice like these two. Every day, Jonathan Mills won every suicide. He won every sprint. If he didn't win it, he competed against John Taylor. Either he coming in first or second, or it's going to be a tie, but nobody's going to outwork him. Nobody's going to outboard him. He showed that going on to the next level, going into the NCAA tournament at University of Southern Mississippi. He led the country and was like the newcomer of the year one year. and it just spoke volumes about his work ethic. Can't go out leaving Walt Lemons. Walt Lemons, who recently just signed a 10-day contract with the Pelican Briefs, comes from the Chicago Public League. Heck of a kid, heck of a character. Just showing again a kid from our community able to do it. The Marshall kid, Kiefer Sykes. Kiefer Sykes is really showing some amazing things in the community, and being able to say, hey, I can go to college. I'm small. I'm not 6'9", I'm not 6'10", and I still can do it. Was huge to me. So it wasn't all about the numbers. It was about, just work ethic, which also he learned, and which will be my number 5 player will be Patrick Beverly. In the league right now, that guy still works hard every day. Seeing him at Marshall and working that hard, I haven't seen him take a day off. Never seen a game he took a day off. It's just, it's just toughness in him, just the knowledge, just him sharing the ball is huge. Another Chicago legend to me. Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore, Nick does a great job over there. To be able to identify him when he came out of Randolph, to see his potential, And Charlie is one of the best players, and to be, again, small and be as tough as mean as he is defensively, and being aggressive on offense is just amazing to see these kids transition from elementary players into potential pros. And he'll one day be a pro. There's no question in my mind that kid there will make it, because he is truly special. Another West Sider. I grew up playing and watching against was Will Bynum. Will Bynum, you got to put him in the conversation because he's had some success. Will Bynum, is spent a lot of years in the NBA, spent a lot of years overseas, and being able to see Will come back, and he's also giving back to the community is just huge. Another West Sider who came back to his community and just heavily involved and showed that it was more than just basketball. That's huge to be able to say, basketball and community, being able to connect those two. This one may be a shocker to you, but there's someone I love seeing his game, and now he's facing some issues in the community is Sterling from Proviso. Sterling had a heck of a game, and just to see what he's going through in Milwaukee and the interaction he had with that police officer just recently is just another example of just our kids being able to push through it, and Sterling is amazing. Got a chance to coach against him, got a chance to work with him in certain camps, and to see him go on to the Milwaukee Bucks is just amazing, just to see a kid. And he went to a university where he couldn't even go to the national tournament. They were on national probation.
SMU, right?
But he stuck it out. Yeah, and he stuck it out. He stuck it out, and it still turned out for him. He still got drafted, and he's still having success now. Kendall Pollard from Dayton. Nobody's tougher than him. Nobody's meaner than him. Some people say I have a bias, but just to personally see this young man in high school play the 1 through the 5 and go to college and play the 2 through the 5, it's just amazing. That kid does some amazing things, and right now he's doing some things with the Utah Jazz. He's doing something in the developmental league. So, again, another kid from our community who's doing well. Final kid is Sean Dockery. There's no way you can leave Sean Dockery out of any conversation when you're talking about basketball. Sean Dockery is an amazing kid. He's had the opportunity to be with Memphis Grizzlies, San Antonio Spurs. You know, this kid here is just amazing. He has Dockery University, currently still up and operating in Chicago, and that's his way of giving back. And it's not just been about basketball, but it's about developing kids and seeing them go on to the next level, or just getting an opportunity to just get better. So that's inspiring, able to see these guys transition from elementary and go all the way to the next level and still be able to get back. So to me, those are some of the top 9 guys that have impacted my life as players.
Man, that was an excellent list. And you made me remember a couple guys, man, and thank you for that. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate this, Coach Jones. I will continue to be in contact with you because, as we spoke about off air, there's some things that I want to start doing with the community so we can make it better for our young people. And the only way we can make it better for our young people is if the older people reach back and do what they have to do in order to ensure them a solid future or ensure them the opportunity at a solid future. So, again, I'd like to thank you. And before I'm going to close out the show the same way I always do, I want to thank everybody who was listening to the show. I want to thank the people in Fiji, Australia, the Philippines, Korea, China, Russia, France, the United Kingdom, Norway, Canada. I want to thank the guy, one of my supporters who's in Ghana, Africa. His name is Mars Noel. I want to thank the guys in Manchester, made in Manchester and the United Kingdom for always reaching out and supporting via social media and helping me with that. I want to thank Phyllis in Virginia. I want to thank Chris Jones in the DMV. I want to thank the 2 guys. I can't think of their names right now in New Jersey. I want to thank everybody in New Jersey, everybody in Philadelphia, everybody in New York. My man Nas and Chris in Atlanta. They always reach out to me. A much appreciated support. James in California, Joel in Texas. My man Kirby on the north side of Chicago. Dean from the south suburbs. I want to thank everybody who listens on a weekly basis. Thank you. Thank you again, Coach Jones. And as I always say at the end of the show, I want respect to Reggie O'Shea, a.k.a. Combat Jack. He is known as the Pod Father. He is one of the reasons a lot of people are tuning in to podcasts and doing things of this nature because he paved the way. And as he always says to close out his show, rest in peace, Reggie O'Shea, a.k.a. Combat Jack. As he always says, dream those dreams and man up and woman up and live your dreams because life with dreams flows and life without dreams flows in black and white, and life with dreams flows in Technicolor and surround sound. Thank you again, Coach Jones. As I always say, 2 fingers, 1 word.